We quickly descend into buzzwords when we talk about what your company does, but I think it's absolutely fascinating what your company does. How do you describe it?
So we describe it as a customer engagement platform. And then, to your point about buzzwords, I pretty quickly drill back down and say that, what we literally do is that our software integrates into our customers' mobile apps, websites, connected fitness products, connected TVs, et cetera. And then there's two aspects to it. One of them is listening to the customer as they're moving through their journey. So it's analytics and instrumentation to be able to know what they're using, what they're interested in, what they're ignoring, et cetera. And then the other side is messaging, which is to be able to literally send messages, things like push notifications, email, SMS, WhatsApp messages, surveys, in-app messaging, et cetera, as well as actually modify the product experience itself through capabilities like feature flags or our webhooks product. And, BRZE's magic really lives higher up the stack than that, which is that we have very sophisticated orchestration capability, experimentation capability, and relevance engines, which allow for you to marry together the data feed that's coming in from the customer activity in the product, and then, orchestrate the right actions from a messaging and a product modification standpoint in order to achieve goals like converting, casual users to habitual ones, to be able to push people toward subscriptions, to be able to avoid churn, to be able to promote new content, to drive additional usage and attachment, all those good things that we basket into engagement.
That was the CEO of BRZE, which is a subscription-based software as a service, or SaaS company that provides a customer engagement platform used by companies like HBO, Grubhub, Instacart, StockX, and DraftKings. With over 2,000 customers globally, BRZE helps companies deliver personalized messages, promotions, and recommendations across all channels like email, notifications, and in-app messages, as they focus on using data to optimize and analyze all the interactions between their products and users. SaaS companies like BRZE are regarded as having one of the strongest business models, mostly due to their recurring revenue. About 95% of BRZE's revenue comes from long-term subscriptions, which offer predictable revenue and high gross margins. These software services are also often considered sticky because they become deeply integrated into their customers' operations, which causes a high customer retention rate. BRZE has consistent revenue growth at well over 20% annually over the past 5 years. And they are starting to become consistently profitable, expecting to multiply their earnings per share from 17 cents in 2025 to 70 cents in 2027, which is over a 300% increase in 2 years. Companies with growth rates this high that start to become consistently profitable are known for causing some of the highest market returns as they go from an unprofitable, speculative play to a financially sustainable business. Achieving profitability significantly de-risks the stock, which attracts more institutional investment and possible future inclusion into indices like the S&P 500. So BRZE has one of the best business models to invest in and amazing financials, but they also have a stock chart that suggests that the current stock price, at around $27, will likely be a macro bottom for the stock. Back in 2022, on the weekly timeframe, the stock had this large bullish divergence on the RSI to create this strong support area that we are now again bouncing off of, with a triple bullish divergence on the RSI that has been forming over the past year. There are also plenty of bullish RSI divergences on the daily time frame, and we are currently creating another one right now, suggesting that BRZE stock will likely move up from here in the short term as well. Now, since the company seems like such a good investment, it might seem weird that the stock is at a price this low. I think a big reason for the stock currently being at this price is because their CEO stated in an interview a year ago that they would be operating income positive by Q4 of 2024, which did not happen, which lost them some investor confidence. So they haven't become profitable as quick as they had hoped, but they are cash flow positive. And with revenue growth and gross margins as high as they have, along with their solid business model, I do believe in their ability to become profitable soon, which makes their current depressed market cap seem like a good opportunity to get in while sentiment is low from their inability to have profitable operating income like they said they would have by now. BRZE has a market cap of about $3 billion, while similar competitors like Twilio, ServiceNow, and Salesforce have market caps that range from around $20 to $250 billion. So a 5x to about $15 billion at the lower end of that range seems inevitable, but a return of 10x or more also seems very likely and would put the market cap of BRZE at over $30 billion, which would still make BRZE one of the smallest companies in their market. That possible 10x to a $30 billion market cap would put BRZE at around a $270 a share price, which would not even reach the 3.6 fib level. And for a stock like BRZE, with such a high growth rate and new profitability, I think the 1.6 fib level is usually very likely and would be about a 5x return from here. But going past the 2.6 fib level is also likely, especially for a high growth SaaS company with a low market cap. In a setup like this, it's also common to see the stock blow past all the fib levels within a few years, and then use the upper fib levels as future support, which could lead to a 20x return or higher from here within the next 5 to 10 years.